You take a look at bacon and some of these products, and some people don't eat bacon anymore. And we are going to get the energy prices down. When we get energy down, this was caused by their horrible energy wind. They want wind all over the place. But when it doesn't blow, we have a little problem.
Now, some people with Trump derangement syndrome might try to pretend that those are disconnected thoughts that have nothing to do with each other, and indeed his brain has taken on the consistency of rice pudding. But no, because very often I'll try to get to the store to buy bacon, and I just can't fight my way through all the wind that's blowing me away from the delicious, delicious pig. But anyway, Trump's brain is, what is it worth at this point? Like, that sort of moment has been popping up more and more, and we want to demonstrate it. In this clip, he is trying to make the insane point that San Francisco is Dresden or something, and he can't even drive home the conspiracy because his brain undercuts him at every turn. Take a look.
She destroyed the city of San Francisco. And I own a big building there. I shouldn't talk about this, but that's okay. I don't give a damn because this is what I'm doing. I should say it's the finest city in the world. Sell and get the hell out of there, right? But I can't do that. I don't care, I lost billions of dollars. Somebody said, what do you think he lost? I said, probably 2-3 billion. That's okay, I don't care. They said, do you think you'd do it again? And that's the least of it. Nobody. They always say that, I don't know if you know, Lincoln was horribly treated. Jefferson was pretty horribly. Andrew Jackson, they say, was the worst of all, that he was treated worse than any other president. And I said, do that study again, because I think there's nobody close to Trump. I even got shot. And who the hell knows where that came from, right?
I know that one. It came from the assault rifle of a conservative Republican. But anyway, aside from that easy answer, what was that? Like, I know most people don't have standards for Donald Trump anymore, but he went from San Francisco's a smoking, gaping ruin to something about his buildings and how apparently he's not supposed to talk about the lie he's telling about San Francisco to people are unfair to him and he got shot. Like, you almost start to sympathize with the people in the audience who showed up. They took time off, they got a sitter so that they could hear him talk about Hannibal Lecter, and instead they're trying to follow that.
Hey, don't scroll away. Come back. Because before the video continues, we just want to urge you to lend your support to TYT. You power our honest reporting. You do it at tyt.com/team, and we love you for it. So this rambler doesn't know how to hold them and when to fold them anymore. He just doesn't. And so look, we've been honest and fair throughout this entire election process. And I used to say it was the mumbler versus the rambler. And then Democrats would get super mad at us and say, I can't believe you're calling Joe Biden a mumbler. Okay, well, that one's settled now. And now Republicans say, oh, I can't believe you're saying Donald Trump's rambling. Are you serious? Look, here it isn't that, and you've heard me say this many times, of like he's an idiot, he's mentally unbalanced, all those things are true. But here he's not trying to connect, in my opinion, bacon to wind turbines, right? He just can't stop rambling. His mind is on a downward spiral. So it just goes from one train of thought to another, to another, to another, and he never comes back to the original thought. He's a runaway freight train of thoughts. And so at this point, to everyone who isn't MAGA, like MAGA sees a different world, right? MAGA sees him as in charge and strong and anti-corruption and populist and fighting against the elites, mainly because they hate the Democrats so much they can't see straight, right? But to anyone that isn't MAGA, what we're seeing here, and now the main campaign theme overall for this race, Donald Trump in a massive, unprecedented spiral. So every time he's out there, he's spiraling down and cannot finish a thought. It's an absolute mess.
Yeah, and it was unpresidential when Biden was there trying to pass off the mumbles as policy and as real thoughts. And it's unpresidential for Donald Trump to pass off whatever the hell that is as someone who can actually be the president again, as if he could ever do it a first time, barely did it. But this is a guy who is such a pompous bastard. His brain keeps interrupting his mouth. He won't even let himself have a full thought. And honestly, as a serial digressor myself, guilty as charged, I like a little bit sympathize with it, but I'm not running for president here. I lose my train of thought. I'll conflate a lot of different things. I'll forget the original thing. I'm not running for president. And I think the biggest takeaway from that whole ramble that I have is that we're not supposed to know about 555 California Street, which is the building that Trump partially owns, probably because they wouldn't want you leaving, your dog's poop outside of it on a regular basis, right? They wouldn't want you staging a little demonstration outside of it. They don't want you to know, San Francisco, that 555 California Street is absolutely owned in part by Donald Trump.
Yeah, a couple more things here. He said, I'm the worst treated of any president. I was even shot at. I'm pretty sure Lincoln was shot at. Like, come on, man,
He actually took the bullet.
Yeah, just take a second. And he's now said this 1,000 times, that how he's both more popular than Lincoln. There was no polling back then. And saying that, come on, guys, if you're MAGA, are you proud of that? If any of our presidents, even, well, great ones, which ones, I don't know, said that they were better than Lincoln or Washington or Jefferson, that'd be deeply embarrassing. What a weird, egomaniacal, ridiculous thing to say. And then they've been treated worse than Lincoln? Yeah. The brother was shot dead. How could you be treated worse? So, and the country was split. They literally left the Union because they hated Lincoln and his ideas so much. So that leads to the second thing here. Yeah, he's an out of control rambler at this point. His mind never worked well to begin with. Now it's in absolute shambles. But the other thing is, guys, like, what are you doing with this guy? Like, saying that nonstop whining, like that's the Republicans I was growing up with thought they were strong, and they'd make fun of liberals. Oh, weak liberals, ha ha, right? Oh, soft-hearted liberals. We're real men, and a lot of the aggro guys out there online are still saying this. Oh, we're the alphas and stuff. You're following this whiny little bitch. I've never seen, all the politicians in my life combined have not whined anywhere near as much as just one guy, Donald Trump. Yeah. So the Republican Party has turned into, oh, we love whiners. I'm treated so badly, I'm treated worse than Lincoln. Everybody said, oh, I lost billions of dollars, not because I'm a loser idiot who's always gone bankrupt my whole life, but because people are mean to me. My daddy only gave me $413 million and I blew it, and it's everybody else's fault. It's your fault, it's not my fault. That's the guy that you look up to as an alpha? That's humiliating.
That's my third favorite Cenk impression. Can we I'll just put that in the file. The first is the mainstream media guy. I like that guy. Really, but that one, I'd never seen that, Cenk. That's pretty on point.
Yeah, and last thing is the thing he says at the end, and I got shot, and who the hell knows who did? What are you trying to do? You're trying to egg people on again? Oh, and they keep implying that the Democrats somehow did it or the deep state did it because you want to egg on more violence, right? Like, oh yeah, the deep state. Oh, you better do something about it. They did the shooting. Oh, aren't you going to do something? Aren't you? This guy's a dangerous, dumbass, fascist, whining bitch. Okay, so if that's what you are as a Republican voter these days, and you think, oh, that's my leader. That's the one guy who's crying nonstop about how everyone's unfair to him, even though he was born as one of the richest guys in the country. He was born that way with a silver spoon up his ass, and now he still cries about it. And that's the guy you look up to? Don't do it. Don't do it. It's embarrassing. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. I really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.